just interrupt you, Vic, just to tell the audience, so Vic runs like a soccer kind of group. So he's discussing this right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, my bad. I should have introed it. So yeah, I run a soccer league. It's all pickup. It's all free. Yeah, that's about it. Like right now, it's a little more like, message me and I'll give you the location type of thing. But it's a great place, man. It's a great place, great culture. Like,
well, what I've seen is that like it's kind of more like at your own leisure, right? So if you can make it, you can make it. Like the WhatsApp group is growing, and if people can make it, it's a good way for some physical activity. Is it always at Canoe Landing, or do you guys have different locations as well?
We have different locations.
Okay, good. Yeah, don't give them away, but yeah. Yeah, man, it's good. If people want to come out and play soccer, why not, right? It's physical activity. I'm pretty sure that's not hurting anyone, right? If anything, it's helping you with your health, so.
Oh, yeah. Like, honestly, it's been really interesting because, like, doing this throughout the pandemic, throughout lockdown, it really further emphasized the point of, life's not what the TV says. But it's like, it's just so different. It's almost like it just feels a little like, I don't know, like otherworldly, I guess, right? It's just like, everybody else is doing their thing, whatever, and I'm here just like running ball, right? A lot of the time though, like, we'll have some people come by, they'll like take pictures and videos and chat us up. The couple times police have come to us, it's just like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're just like, we're just playing soccer. Just a small group. And I'm like, yeah, we're all compliant. It's just a small group, small gathering outdoors. And like, but I mean, most of the time, like
emphasis on outdoors.
Yeah, 95% of the time, that conversation never happens. They just kind of like watch and they talk to themselves and they're like,
They're just overseeing, pretty much.
Yeah, vast majority of the time. Because like, I do make it as compliant as I can, I got some training cones to space out the areas. I got a whole bunch of masks and like hand sanitizer ready for anybody that's there and they want to clean up or whatever.
So you're doing your due diligence.
Yeah, and even at this point, I think I could even say I have a contact list if they ever ask for it. But it's like, I feel like it's just one of those things, like the more you prepare, the less people are going to ask. And then vice versa.
But yeah, no, that's good though, because it's just in case, because you never know, right?
Yeah. And like, it was such a test yesterday. I was there for 4 hours, and and I had 42 people playing. I had to use like two different spaces, and put 6 feet between them and between other people. It was just like, it was a little mad, but it was nice.
Did you have to play at all or no?
No. The field's huge down there.
Yeah. So you guys were good.
Yeah. It was a real big test because I've never had a big show out like that. Because I was supposed to have 20 people, but then 20 more showed up. So I'm just like, because it's so weird. It was almost like people kind of saw from like their balconies or whatever. Like one or two of them were like, yeah, I live just right there, and I saw people coming here, and I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't take that into account. The whole.
I also realized too.
What?
A lot of these gatherings and stuff like that, like you really have no control of like what other people are gonna do, right? So if you're having a gathering or whatever, right? I'm talking indoor or outdoor. How can you really stop if someone's gonna be like, oh, yo, I just see this, and 911 or police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know who's gonna do what.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. Just like relax, but don't look for trouble, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Like if they say hi, just say hi back.
Are you saying like draw attention to yourselves, or like is that what you mean?
Oh no, just don't have an attitude problem, right?
Okay. If they question you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because someone probably might question you, and if you give attitude, it kind of they might react in a negative way toward you guys.
Oh yeah, it always does the opposite effect. Whenever somebody's talking to like police or just people in general, you know, when you're like rude or whatever to them, and it's just like, no.
Yeah, and bad.
So yeah, I mean, it's all, I don't know, just to tell a little story, it all started, we were just playing on random fields using like shoes and backpacks for nets.
Yeah.
And then more and more people started showing up. So I reached out to some people, friends of mine in the soccer community, and I was able to get a donation of a couple nets. You know, just like some futsal nets, but they're metal and they fold. So it's like
That's excellent.
yeah, man. It's just something a little nice, you know, to have instead of, oh, you know, I can't shoot on actual nets.
Yeah. No, but it's kind of nice, right? Like if you're having nets, like even the people playing feel a little bit better, right? You actually feel like you're playing an actual soccer game.
Oh, they love it,
Not just like
man.
a schoolyard or something.
Yeah, it's those metal futsal size nets. I reckon they're about 4 by
nice.
6 feet.
How are you guys like transporting them? Is someone bringing them by car or?
Oh, I bring them. I just have this big old duffel bag.
You take it apart. You're saying?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say how you bring that whole net on the PVC.
Oh, no. I was glad I could take it apart and put it in a bag, because like I have one that's similar to that. They're those pop out nets. They're pretty strong, but their case is so long. It's like the length of like a hockey bag.
Wow.
But yeah, man.
Are they hard nets? So it's like metal, right? You said?
Yeah.
Okay. Could people get hurt on it or no?
No, if anything, they bang up the nets, man, because they see and they get excited, like, oh, I want to do top corner.
Yeah, turn into Ronaldo and Messi.
I'm like, oh man, there's a guy. He calls himself Ronaldo, and he brings a Ronaldo jersey, and whenever he scores, he does the Ronaldo celebration.
That's awesome. It's nice to have characters, you know?
Yeah, man, that's what I like, and like, it was kind of something I've been thinking about for a long time. It's like, there's got to be a way to run games, run ball, without having to, like, gouge people for money, right?
Yeah.
Because, like...
If anything, you're more popular just because of the fact that you're looking at that kind of element. Because a lot of people, when they do start these things, they'll start it with, like, with the point of trying to make money, you know, from it. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets less about the experience and more about what you can get from people.
Oh, that's exactly what taints it, man. Like, I remember I used to play at a place that would charge us $25 for 1 hour of time to play on turf. Yeah?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, bro.
1 hour. And they'd come, or like there'd be other people for the next hour. They're just there, they're warming up and shit. So it was like, whatever. But I'm thinking, you know what? What else is out there? And then I found futsal, and it was $10 for 2 hours. So I would just go there. For the longest time, I went and I played there. I played futsal on the traditional court.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome. It was like playing, like, freaking, I don't know, man, ball hockey with the tackles.
Yeah. No, man, I have so much memories of that, playing, like, with the little tennis ball back in school days.
Yeah.
Like kicking the tennis ball with, like, somebody in the net using their jacket as a goal. You know what I'm saying? Like
oh, yeah. Oh, man, it was so weird for me, because I remember I just stepped in because somebody was short and, like, their teammate wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of filled in for them, and they were playing with gear, man. They had, like, shin pads, like, jerseys, gloves, and I had to wear the helmet and the pads.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
so...
But yeah, man, like I was gonna say, so you see that one where I'm charging you like $25 an hour or whatever? Like, I wonder how they're doing now, right? Because I'm pretty sure someone charging like that is not gonna keep people coming back, you know?
Oh, they still have people.
That's a lot. These people are getting ripped off, though.
That's the thing, man. It's like that's why I'm doing this for free because it seems like here in Canada, soccer or football is not very popular.
No, not like hockey.
But it is becoming, if not, it already is a sport of the elites. You know, like people that are like wealthy, they don't give a shit about $25, right? Those are the people, like, they love to play. And they don't care as long as it's like something decent where they can go and they can. Yeah. Yeah. So like I think it's that's what made the current reality that is, you know, pay to play that's going on here in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
So my goal is to just make it inclusive for all types of players, all genders, all wallet types. You know, like the name of the game isn't even per session, right? That next step is memberships. You get people to pay for a whole year. You make a good $5 on one team. More.
For sure.
More. So, like, it may get there, it may not get there for me, but, like, I just want to do something grassroots. You know, do football, do futsal, both at the same time, like, make it part of the community, like it is in South America, like it is in Europe, where they have courts, they have places there, ready. Anybody can just walk in and use them, right?
Oh yeah, back home, bro. Like, you know, South America, Ecuador, Chile, or Brazil, like those kind of places. Like, you go down, there's people playing it on like probably different street corners, like you see here with basketball. People are playing with like, they'll make like my mom told me that when they were little down there, they used to basically bunch up a bunch of newspapers together and play like that. And these people were barefoot.
Yeah, I mean, I came from that, though. That's the thing, you know. I've played on, like, dirt, grass, concrete, cement, clay, you know, like...
Yeah. You know what it's like?
So, like, I feel like when somebody plays through all that stuff, they're doing something they love, and so that's what I'm trying to... That's the experience I'm trying to bring to other people, right?
Yeah.
And from that, a bunch of my soccer contacts, they've all just kind of, they caught wind of it, and everybody's joined it, and now I have like 60 people.
That's awesome.
So maybe down the road, man.
Could you see yourself at all, like what would be the scenario where you would actually charge people for this?
Maybe when I get 100 members.
100 members? And that'd be like, it would be like, what would it be? Just like a block thing, like what, like 5 blocks?
Oh, I'd have multiple levels, multiple days, multiple fields, where it's just like, okay, like, it can be 5, 10, or it can be 50 for a year. That's the other thing, right? There's this other agency I'm talking to, but right now they're just their hands are tied because of COVID. But they said they want to help me. They want to rent fields for me. They want to give me gear. I said, listen, I have the community. I have the people. We just need a home. We need a place where we can play, right?
That's it.
And I was like, you know, we can do multiple sports too, right? Like we can go and rent facilities or talk to the TDSB, the TCDSB, right?
It's always an option.
Yeah, like briefly, the permit office open, but it just closed again because the demand's so high, and it's just, again, the reality is most people here, like in the city, in the core, they can pay for pickup, right? And a lot of them like being able to like just come and like give a couple bucks for some pickup, right? Because I want to bring as much value as I can. Like, I have the nets, I have bibs, balls. You know, like, we're playing turf, and I literally cobbled these people from Facebook groups, man.
That's cool, because now everyone's kind of become like a little bit of a group, right? And you got more people familiar with each other. So
yeah. Because social media can be really frustrating, man. Because a lot of people will boost and be like, oh yeah, Toronto group. And it's like, Etobicoke, Scarborough, North Toronto, right?
It's everywhere What Toronto? Like proper.
Yeah, and it's just like I feel like it's like a misuse or like appropriation of the name to draw more people.
True.
I mean, right now,
Say Toronto and then Mississauga.
yeah, we're already expanding. We have like 3 locations. I think I'll give the one out. we do play at Canoe Landing, right?
Okay.
Again, it's very clandestine. It's very invite only, but it's really cool, man. Because I think at the same time it really helps. Because every person that's there, I meet them, I talk to them, I look them in the face. You know, like I get to see who they are and what they can bring to the community, right?
Have there any been instances where you had to like tell someone, oh sorry, we can't have you in this, or no, not really.
Most of the time, there are people that get like rowdy and they get a little angry, so they play rough, and I'll just be like, yo, you need to chill, all right? If you need a minute, take a minute, but just like talk to them real quick, just like especially during a game, you can't de-escalate. Your adrenaline's running, you're sprinting, you're trying to like get to that next ball, you know? So it's like. Just physiologically and psychologically, the people are different. You know, they're in flow. So I rarely kick people out. And it seems to work so far, right? Because a lot of times there will be stronger personalities. They're going to try and like bring their friends and take over. And I'll just be like, hi, my name is Victor. I have this group here. Would you guys like to join us? Right?
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
like...
good though.
Yeah.
I mean, people, like, it's like I was going to say, like, the more people that there are, the more personalities you're going to have to deal with. So that's normal. You know, we have most of the people good, but there's going to be once in a while people like that. That's a normal thing.
Oh, yeah. And, like, the thing is, I get to see the whole world, man. Because, like, for me, that's the power of the sport, man. It just unites people from all around, you know? Like from Saudi Arabia, Mexico, you know, Ecuador, Brazil, Portugal, Spain... on and on and on, and
don't forget, bro, we're the most multicultural city in the world.
yeah, and it shows, just because like I haven't yet turned anybody down, so that's something I want to keep that way. Like a couple speed bumps are people that are more like, oh, we want to have our group, just ourselves. Oh, if you're late, then you gotta wait. You don't play. I'm like. Get out.
Yeah, no.
Take a break. It's like, no, where am I going? Then just drop it, right? Because like, for me, I'm not about that, man. And another friend of mine that was there, he was a lot less polite. You just told him, yo, shut the fuck up.
Oh, sometimes a good that I won't say it again is needed.
Oh yeah, you know, don't worry, man. I have it set on explicit.
I hear what you're saying, and you know, people get it, right? Like, as long as I think at the end of the day, it comes down to people like, you know, respecting each other, right? And then that's it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does take a lot of like running around and reminding people, and sometimes being like referee / convener / mediator. You know.
Yeah, you're a multitasker.
Yeah, man. I feel like, you know, it comes with the territory of organizing, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, and it's something I really like to do, man. Like, it came back to me, and I remember with a good friend of mine, years ago, we were talking about it while we were playing futsal. It's like, there's gotta be something that we can change to do this better. Right? Because none of us were interested in making money. We just wanted to play. We were working, and we just played on our spare time. And we would just...
It was a pastime, pretty much.
Yeah. Like, my buddy would take care of the permits. He'd go and we'd go, like, chat with principals and be like, you know, we're a charity. We just want to know if you can give us, like, a special rate. Which, most of the time, they did.
Right?
Yeah, they'd give him, like, a crazy rate.
Yeah, it's happened well, and I hope it keeps going on.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, you know, this can grow. And eventually...